You look around your parents' bedroom. You don't find anything super special, except when you look in the bin, you remember that very cold letter that you got from your dad saying that you did an adequate job?
Yes.
You see that there are like 20 copies of him like trying to write you that letter and say that he was proud of you, and he kept throwing them out.
My heart
like he
just
kept,
melted.
He kept trying.
I take all of them.
A teeth collection and an aborted dad letter collection.
So, your dad wrote you one of the more complete letters. Your dad wrote you about how so many of the Togols were killed in battle, and your Uncle Ronald died being a goof, and he just was hard on you because he didn't want you to make a misstep and die and be another person that he lost.
Maribel was different after that. Now, young Beverly here's got to deal with Pelor. He grants him his magical gifts, but unfortunately, people can do the same thing with devils. Maribel pledged herself to Osmodeus in exchange for more power.
You see Maribel meditating in a field, and the grass in her immediate area is all dead. And you see plant life dying around her. And he goes,
She tried to take the crick for herself, and she damn near did it.
You see Maribel as this terrible demon queen, even more terrifying than before. She's cutting down crick elf after crick elf. You see her descend on a scared-looking rookie ranger who drops his bow, but at the last second, Jolene jumps in front and blocks her with her shillelagh. Jolene struggles as Maribel's tentacles wrap around her club, then finally her neck. Suddenly, a shot rings out, and Maribel's eyes widen. She turns, and young Cobb is standing there with a smoking blunderbuss.
Heartbreak.
You see he's just had his eye ripped out in the battle. Maribel looks at him, looking legitimately hurt and betrayed. And in that momentary distraction, Jolene calls lightning down on both of them, and the two sisters explode apart in a flash of white light. You see Maribel lying there, barely conscious, and young Cobb stands over her. He puts his finger on the trigger and bites his lip. His hand is shaking, the whole gun is shaking, until finally he lowers it.
I just couldn't do it. She was the only woman I ever loved.
You see Maribel recovers just enough, smirks at him, and disappears into black flame.
First thing I'm going to do is, since I have a private moment to myself, I'm just going to weep. Because I just got crick rot.
Oh, God.
And right now, no one's looking at me, so I don't have to be strong. So I'm gonna do like one of those coughing cries where it's like I'm throwing up tears.
Oh my God.
And then compose myself.
Do we hear that?
I think she's doing it quiet enough that you wouldn't
Okay.
quite hear her. You guys aren't close enough that you can hear.
Yeah. And then I collect myself and I say, okay, task at hand.
Papa's nuzzling against you.
Oh,
Sweet pea.
yeah, I know.
You're suddenly transported back to that day when Jolene and Maribel fought. You see that the battle has just ended. Jolene offers her hand to Maribel, but Maribel slaps it away. Young Cobb tries to console her, but she barrels right past him. You see her storm off into the woods, and once she's alone, she just starts weeping. And suddenly, you see a carriage pull up with a traveling gnomish wizard at the reins.
What? Son of a bitch.
And the gnome speaks up,
She.
and he goes, "Heck of a fight back there. I thought you had her." And Maribel goes, "Please, just leave me be." And he goes, "I got something here. Would make you strong enough next time for sure." And she looks up at him curiously, and the gnome tosses her a book. You guys see it's the same book that you guys found in the cave with all the faces on it. He goes, "On the house. I was having trouble selling it anyway." You guys see the gnome rides off. Maribel looks at it curiously. Suddenly, Maribel is back in the cave that you guys were exploring before, but The candelabras are up. You see that there are lit candles. She's got this little altar, this altar to Melora. You see she's got this book out on the altar. She eyes the book with temptation. She opens the cover and reads the first page. Your blood, your name, my power. You see her consider it for a second, and then she shakes out of it. You see she casts Dispel Magic. She holds her hand over it. There's a burst of arcane energy. The faces on the book stop moving. Maribel opens the book, goes to an empty page in the book, and tears it out. And she tosses the book to the side, into the corner of the room, and she begins writing in ink. Dear Jolene, I'm leaving the crick. Not because I don't think you're going to be a good Meemaw, because, well, I think you're going to be a better one than I ever could have been. And I can't handle that. Not right now. I'm your older sister, and I'm jealous. I'm bitter. Bitter that you're stronger than me, wiser than me, kinder than me. I mean, for Melora's sake, I started a fight with you and you tried to shake my hand afterwards. Feel free to just tell me to piss off next time. I deserve it. I wish I could say this to your face, but I'm not ready. I'm sorry for everything. We'll talk when I get back. I love you. Tell Cobb not to get his trousers in a tangle. I won't be long. Love, Maribel. You see her whistle, and a raven swoops in. She ties the note to his little leg and sends him off. Just outside the cave, you see hiding near a bush and watching is the gnome. As the raven flies out, the gnome waves his hand, and a bolt of energy shoots the bird right out of the sky. He walks over, grabs the letter, and smirks. You see he transforms from a gnome to a pale elf with long white hair. You guys know this to be the physical description of the necromancer Ilsed. Inside the cave, Maribel is packing a bag. Suddenly, Ilsed enters, and with a flick of his wrist, he pins her against the wall with a hold person spell. She tries to resist, but she's weakened from the fight earlier. Ilsed walks over to her and pulls out a dagger. He cuts her cheek and walks over to the book with a bloody knife. You see screaming as he wipes her blood on a blank page. He pulls out her letter and rips her signature from the bottom, then slaps it in the book. He holds his hand over the book, and you see black energy accumulating in his hand until finally the cover of the book begins to move again. The ripped off piece of paper is suddenly magically reattached to the book. Maribel screams as she erupts into black flame. She instantly turns into her fungal form and breaks free from the hold person spell. She lunges for Ilsed and slaps the book and the dagger out of his hand, but Ilsed just smirks and teleports away. Maribel frantically tries to rip the page from the book, but it won't go. She tries to dispel the book, but it has no effect. With no choice left, she grabs the dagger and stabs herself. You see black fungus immediately begins to grow at the wound. It looks like crick rot. She's essentially crick rot patient 0. Maribel, barely clinging to life, crawls out of the cave and pulls herself over to the tree with her and Cobb's initials on it. You see, she's reaching for it, pawing at the bark, and whispering, I'm sorry, Jolene. I'm sorry, Jolene. You watch as the good part of Maribel dies there at the tree. She slumps over, and when her eyes open back up, she looks angry and cruel. And with the help of her sickly gray pseudopods, she gets to her feet and marches back toward the crick. You see the ground around her dies, but the tree remains. You guys are back inside her lair.
I'm glad I didn't behead her. Huh?
Yeah. Glad we got to see that through.
Jolene, I didn't realize I was going to get to say I was sorry.
Well, here I am, and I'm going to heal you. I heal her.
All the life is out of her.
Oh.
She's been...
Thank you. Of course you're forgiven. I love you so much. You're my big sister.
You see, she starts weeping. And
Maribel, you are mad that I was wiser and braver than you, but don't you understand that you're the one who trained me to be that way?
You, after all the things I've done, you're still so hospitable, Jolene.
Well, I learned it from the best.
You sure as hell didn't learn it from me. And she laughs, and she coughs.
So I approached him and explained the situation, that I needed him to help me and go back in time to save the world. But he didn't think he could help. He told me that he had a nice life, a family, that he wasn't interested. And so I left to find someone else. And while I was gone, something really bad happened. You see a squad of elite unseelie hunters, these drow elves searching through the forest. Their leader, a man in blackened leather armor, dark blue skin, white hair, wearing a red blindfold, sniffs the air, then nods. One of his allies, a wizard, dispels the magic protecting the halfling village, and it appears. Ezra the Unkind, the leader of the Unseelie, has a group of hunters that she calls her hounds. The leader, Zalek, is said to be able to smell magic. He found the village, and you see the hunters enter the village. Bobby runs up to them curiously, and Zalek immediately stabs him in the neck with his sword.
No!
He flashes a sick smile. You hear screaming and watch as the drow enter the individual homes and begin executing those inside. The entire village is razed. The smoke clears. Balnor returns home with a fresh haul of tuna for dinner, but drops the bags when he sees a smoldering home, then collapses to his knees. You see time passing, a montage of Balnor alone in the empty village. He digs through an old chest in his home that survived the fire and finds an old suit of armor, a shield, and a sword, most likely left to him from some long-lost relative back when the halflings still fought. He puts it on and begins training. His black mustache becomes salt and pepper, then turns gray. He's older now, but he's a fighter. Not a good one, but a fighter. Eventually, you see Alanis returns to the village. I came back to all of this horror and to Balnor changing his mind. You see Balnor is kneeling in front of Alanis. He's all geared up in his little suit of armor and longsword. I'll help you, whatever it takes so that this doesn't happen. You see Alanis in the flashback pulls out the little glowing wish stone. You'll help a lot more than just this village where you're going. Balnor's got tears running down his cheeks, and he goes, I couldn't help them. I can barely swing a sword. Alanis reaches down and touches his cheek, and she goes, there's a war coming, and everyone needs to fight, even old men who don't know how. I'll need to erase your memory. The people you're helping can't know what we're doing. Balnor nods. You can try, but I don't think I'll ever forget. She holds her hand over his forehead. White energy pulsates from it and transfers to him, and he gets this 1,000-yard stare. Bobby. It's time to go now, Balnor. She pulls out a blank card with a gold back. The front of it flashes white and encases Balnor until he disappears. The card now looks just as you saw it when you pulled it from the deck of many things. The Knight card, with Balnor bowing dutifully. Alanis creates an illusion to hide her true identity. She takes the form of a gnome, Thrifty Schwifty, then pulls out the last wish stone and disappears. And suddenly you guys see another Eladrin ghost appears. She looks to be in her late teens.
I pelt her with a bee.
She catches it very quickly.
I was joking.
Right away.
Anyways.
She winks at you.
Moonshine, that's dinner, by the way, so just save a couple.
Easy on the beans, all right? You see Beverly Togold Sr.'s just eating hard beans.
Yeah, those are dry.
Oh, it's good.
Those are hard beans.
No, this is good. I didn't notice. You see that this other Eladrin ghost girl, she's wearing an almost identical outfit to the little girl, tight pants with a loose tunic, and she's got a big bow on her back. It looks like a bigger version of the one that the little girl has. The little girl looks so excited.
Dareth, is this your big sister?
She nods and she rushes over and hugs her. The older girl picks her up and starts spinning her around.
I pretend I'm not crying.
I pretend I'm not handing you a handkerchief.
Thanks, I have a stuffy nose.
Dad, we know. We know what you did.
You see Bev Sr. looks down at the crown, looks at you guys. He knows what Queen Ezra's capable of. And he holds his hand up, and you see that he's essentially commanding these Death Knight guys. And he motions for them to stand back. And you see these Death Knight guys walk back and round the corner and leave the room. And he sighs, and he goes, Theala stole our home, Bev.
She stole so much.
She's winning. I couldn't have helped you without Akarat, without his power.
You know there's other ways. There has to be.
I didn't see one at the time.
Maybe that's the difference between us. Maybe that'll always be the difference.
See, he nods, and he goes,
I hope so, son. I hope so.
What happens now?
he sighs, and he goes,
I made Akarat promise that if I were to join them, they'd help you get the Unseelie Crown and stop Theala from taking over the Feywild. They're not gonna hurt you here.
What do you owe them now?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Number 4.
I owe them me.
That's not a price we can pay.
Does that mean
That's too steep.
I mean, does that mean that you owe them you after a nice, healthy retirement with your beautiful wife?
Yeah.
Like once after you die.
How do I go
beautiful
home?
Natural death in an armchair with the...
That sounds pretty
Well,
nice. You better think
yeah.
about what you owe Martha Togold.
Yeah.
It does sound nice.
How do I go home? And what do I tell Mom?
You tell her the truth, Bev. You tell your mom that I died in the Feywild.
You know I'm bad at lying.
It's not a lie, Bev. My soul is lost.
Oh,
How you
okay?
doing?
I saw you fall down.
Oh, did I bring it in? I'm feeling fine.
Pawpaw got real sad, and that made me sad.
Deadeye, you feel yourself fading. You feel like your consciousness fading.
What?
You're looking real pale there,
Did I?
friend.
Sis, I can't thank you enough.
This is good. You want this? This is the exit from Grimhawk that...
We can get him a possum leg and another possum arm here. Maybe
Just bones falling
a
apart.
possum pelvis. Oh dear.
Deadeye, is this okay with you? I
Sis,
feel like I failed you.
you didn't fail me. Just here. We're in the Crimson Hills already. Just don't let me die in Grimhawk. Just carry me out to the hills.
I won't.
Just carry me out to the hills real quick.
All right, I cast long stride on myself and I run as far as I can.
Moonshine picks up Deadeye. Deadeye, you're already super weak. You feel like the skin that you do have is already starting to melt away, and Moonshine rushes right out onto the hills.
Deadeye, I met you at a time when I felt really bad about who I was. And knowing that you're a part of me makes me feel better about who I am. And I cannot thank you enough for that.
Sis, I was completely lost. I had no one and nothing, and every day was endless pain. I didn't like this place, and I didn't like these people, because I didn't like myself. You're the best part of me, and I think you're the best part of every crick out there. You do us all proud.
I mean, I'm really torn because I wish we could have spent so much more time together, but I'm also so grateful that we spent any time at all together because we could have missed each other entirely.
I hate to think about what would have happened to me, but maybe more I hate to think about who I still would have been if I'd never met you.
I give him a very, very big hug.
Slim,
Yeah, I'm here.
you take care of my sister, kid. I know you got the moves.
If she keeps taking care of me, I'll keep taking care of her.
And tell your friend with the fangs that there's a lot of fun to be had while you're dead. And I know there's a way out for him too.
You know, I know you might not like old Cobb much, but you both know how to keep it light.
Oh, my ribs!
Did I?
Sis,
Yeah.
time for me to hit the old Dusty. I love you.
I love you.
Deadeye, you feel yourself slipping away. You guys see Deadeye close his one eye that's still there. And Deadeye, you suddenly jolt awake. You open your one eye. You are not healed, but you are laying on death's door, and you are in the crick. You have transported to this exact location on the material plane. You feel yourself dying, but you can hear the babbling waters of the crick, the warm, fucking musky, hot breeze, and you hear a nanner fly as it buzzes past your face.
Deadeye looks up with his one green eye, pure crick elf green, looks at the nannerfly. It's good to come home.
JV, you find yourself, like you found yourself before, in this other dimension, this kind of in-between world. You see the ground is all cracked and dry. It is dusk. You see a little bit of sun, and you see fog everywhere. And you see in the distance is a lantern. And you know that this is how you go back. You die, you go to this little dusk world, you go grab your lantern, and you're able to come back. That's how you regenerate. So you start rushing towards your lantern, and as you're doing it, you hear in the distance, "Help! Help! Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it!"
No. It's that little girl.
Aye, is that Rosa?
You see in the fog, Rosa turns to you, this little halfling girl. You know her because you've talked to these twins and stuff. You know that they were kind of like you. They were bandits that were kind of adopted by nefarious people and then they were used as like assassins. And you see she's got all these like burn scars all over her face and stuff because people thought they were witches, and so they torched them. And she runs up to you and she goes, "JV, I can't find my lantern."
Ah, well, look at that. There's a lantern right here.
She looks down the way towards your lantern, and she goes, "Are you sure that's mine?"
Yeah. I'm gonna go look for mine. You go right ahead. And remember, when you get back to Shadowfell, tell everybody I said thank you, and remember to turn the red fen into a DMV. All right?
You see, she laughs. She grabs you by the shoulders, and she goes, "We're really doing it. We used to be bad, but now we're doing good."
Now you're good. Yes.
She gives you a little kiss on the cheek, and then you see her take off towards the lantern.
All right. Scurry along. I'm right behind you.
You see, she grabs you and she holds your face facing hers, and she goes, "I don't know what I've been these past few years. I don't know what I've been these past few decades, but I want you to know that when I was your mother, that you were wanted. And when I was a little girl, I was raised with the Chosen. I was in a cult. I was excited to experience a happy childhood through you. I love you, Elias."
I love you. I love you too, Mom.
She gives you a hug and she goes, I wanted to experience teaching you how to sword fight, how to ride horses, Gods, we could have had so much time." She nods and she goes, I I really wish we could have spent more time together.
You got a lot to teach me still, Mom. Don't worry. I'm dumb as hell.
Honey, where have you been?
Where haven't we been, Mom? It's been wild. Well, I guess, like, I saw you in Galateron, and then you headed to Hillholm, but from there, we've been all over. We've been to Frostwind. We went to the Feywild. I think, before I talk, I saw Dad.
You see she nods, and she goes, I know, honey.
You know?
Yeah.
How? How can you know?
Your father, he came to me in a dream. And it was, I don't know, I just, I knew it was real. I could tell he was there, but he was different. And I knew he wanted to help me, but there was something cold and distant about him.
I'm so glad I don't have to lie to you about this.
You see, she puts her arm around you. Oh, honey. She gives you a kiss, and she's crying too.
I kind of let it out for a bit, but then I kind of like grab her by the shoulders in the way that like a kid does when they're like starting to get a little older and they're like about the same size as their parent.
Yeah.
And you kind of square up with them for the first time. And I'm like, I'm going to get him back.
Bev, he told me that everything will be all right in the end if you do what needs to be done. And he said to go out near the tree where you guys used to go fishing when you were a kid.
Right.
He said he left something for you there a long time ago. You see the sun has gone down and it's night.
I light my sword.
You light your sword. You hear the sound of crickets. All you see is the white-gray light from your sword, the stars up in the sky. You're out in the country, and you see the moon reflecting off the pond where you and your dad used to go fishing, and you find this old oak tree that's been there for generations. You and Erlen carved your names here when you guys were kids, like not necessarily, you guys weren't in a relationship there, so it wasn't like hard. It was just like, you know, like friend stuff and things like that. You
got
and
our
your
first
dad,
pocket knives.
Yeah, and you guys would like measure your heights and everything like that. And you get near this tree, and you see your amulet begins to glow as you step into the dirt near the tree.
I kind of let it pulse to try and kind of suss where best to dig.
Yeah, you find a spot where the amulet is almost too bright to look at.
I keep looking at it, and then I start to dig.
Sweet. You dig, and you're able to like use your shield to kind of do a wedge into the dirt and pull it back. You're able to use spells. You can kind of like shield smite into the ground, just like blowing the dirt out. And eventually you find a dirty old chest.
Have I seen this chest before?
You haven't seen it before.
Okay. Does it have any names or engravings on it?
Not on the chest, no.
I ask because I'm hesitant to open it, but I think Beverly swallows his breath, grasps it, and then slowly opens the chest.
Bev, you open the chest. It creaks. This is something that has clearly not been opened in a long time. This is either something your father buried a very long time ago or something that one of his grandparents did or something like that.
He never talked about this chest.
You open the chest and you find inside an old leather-bound book. It's simple, unpretentious, and dusty. It's a deep red with gold writing that says, "A bestiary of devils and archdevils by the paladin Beverly Togold I."
I dust it off. I stick my sword into the ground. I sit down, and I start reading.
You open it up, and you see your father has given you a strategy guide on how to beat him.
I have to look away so that the tears don't ruin the pages.
Oh, Martha Togold. Hello.
Moonshine, hey.
I tried my best to bring him back to you.
Oh, she bursts into tears. Oh, God.
I burst into tears too.
Oh, she hugs you. Oh, I've known about it for close to a week now, but it
Sorry,
hasn't gotten any easier.
He was obstinate.
Why are you crying? Are you crying about what I think you're crying about?
No.
Yes, Bev.
Don't lie anymore. We don't lie
you're
anymore.
right. Secrets are termites and we need an exterminator.
I liked the fourth too.
Comes over, Balnor starts crying.
We all just start shoving our mouths with ham, using the ham to wipe off our tears.
That's extra salty.
I think as all this like celebration is going on, it like kind of goes like slow motion for Moonshine for a moment as she like sits on the throne, and I think she just has a private little smile to herself, and it's just like, never in my life did I think a crick could be the pride of the elves, and then just smiles.
Moonshine, you look out at the crowd, high elves and crick elves celebrating together. And your father looking on at you proudly. And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh, I'm so warm and fuzzy on the inside, man.
And then you're back in hell, and you see this devil looking back at you with the same look.
I walk into his line of vision, and I do what I did that day. I hold up the green teen salute, and I look at him with a mixture of hate and love.
You see, completely emotionless, he finishes ripping the angel's wings off, throws him to the side, shakes his head, and goes,
You shouldn't have come here, Bev.
You know I had to, Dad. You know I had to try. Even if things have to end a certain way, I have to try to prevent them from reaching that point. You always have to try. Always.
My deal with the Nine Hells said I wouldn't have to hurt you in the Feywild. But if you try to get deeper into hell, Bev, I'm gonna have to stop you.
Just tell me how to fix this. Just tell me. The further down we go, the more complex it gets.
you see he was silhouetted against a window. He punches through the window. It shatters. You see, as soon as it hits the air, fire starts blowing out from behind him. You see he's got like this blackened steel armor and this like crusader's helm. You can still see his eyes. He rips his helm off and he goes,
I'll tell you what to do, Bev. You turn around and you face Theala, the one who took our home from us. Pick a side, Beverly.
Yes, sir.
he holds his hand out to you.
I start walking. And as I'm walking, I try to reach out to the spores. I try to reach out to the amulet. I just try to reach out to anything that isn't this duty that I've always felt deep down.
What would you like to reach out to? Who or what would you like to reach out to?
I would like to use the lesson I've learned from Pelor to basically use Pelor as my satellite to bounce into my fungal network of friends.
Great. Go ahead and make a religion check, and we'll see if you'll be able to, between this religion check and Moonshine's newly formed fungal powers, we'll let you roll with advantage.
Oh boy. 17.
Moonshine, you feel Beverly in this moment. It's faint. It's far away. I'll say with a 17, you can't get to Hard One or Balnor, but you have a faint connection to Moonshine.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go, but I have to. It's my duty. I have to do this.
Okay, youngin', I want you to know I will love you whatever you choose to do. But here's my 2 cents. A child has a duty to his father, but a hero has a duty to the world. Now, I've got my opinion of which you are, but it's time for you to decide.
Where would I be without the wisdom of the crick?
Where would I be without Pelor's life?
Deeper in hell than we already are, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
I nod to myself. I stop walking. Dad, all I want is for you to be proud of me and to be happy. That's why throughout this whole journey, all I've done is just basically collect people that I thought were as cool as you. But I can't go any further. If I join you, then my friend's fate is uncertain, and I have to stand with them because they're the hammer that forges the light of Pelor into the sword that I wield. And without them, I'm lost. Even more lost than you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, Bev. You see, he draws his sword. Same sword he used that day. And that's where we'll end our session.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
You killed me, Murphy!
I have to take a bath. I need to go on a long walk, man.
Sweet pea.
You ruined my night, Brian.
Bev's dad, once again, going forward with the staggering smite. First attack misses. That's an 18 to hit. Next one is a 14 to hit. That misses. Next one is a critical hit.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 17.
That is a fail. You take 30 damage from the staggering smite.
Oh, no.
And then 55 damage.
I'm down.
Your father swings into you with this staggering smite. Critical hit right in the chest, right in the heart. Explosion of necrotic energy staggers you back. You feel yourself fading. And then your book begins to glow. And it feels like someone is using lay on hands on you. Like somebody is doing a healing touch on you. And as a paladin with your, familiarity with magic and with holy light and everything, you know what it feels like when Moonshine heals you. You know what it feels like when you have a healing potion. This is the same lay on hands that your father would cast on you, like when you fell off a horse when you were first learning how to ride. This is the lay hands that was used on you when you broke your nose using sparring swords when you were first learning to fight as a green teen. This feels more like your father than this monster that is in front of you. You are healed back up for 70 HP.
I knew you were still there. In one way or another, I knew. And I'm sorry for always falling. 21 again.
That hits.
Yeah.
He can't parry twice.
Drain him of the parries.
All right. Yeah, I got one more second level slot, I believe. So I'm going to use that. Second level smite. 30 damage.
Beverly,
Oh, no.
finish him.
My sword glows with like an even cooler gray light than it normally does. And I just walk slowly towards him. And I say, Mom's waiting for you. And she'll keep waiting. You know how patient she is. I mean, she raised me for peace sake. And I want to try and cast banishment on him. To send him to a place where Ilsed can't reach him.
I'm going to have him roll a charisma saving throw. Bev. You hold your hand up. You cast banishment to cast your father out of the 9 hells.
You see a streak of white light shoots from your palm, hits your father in the chest, and he jerks back like he's in pain at first, and then looks baffled for a second, looks at these strange angel monsters that he's fighting, looks at you, and you see he begins fading away. And he goes, "Thanks, Bev. I knew I could make the deal because I knew you'd stop me."
I never have to worry with you. And I don't want you to have to worry about me. Just be safe. And we'll be together again soon. I love you.
I love you, Bev. Your father starts to weep, and you see a vision of an angelic woman with a wimple take him into her arms.
Is he going to Shadowfell?
What? It's the Dusk Mother.
The Dusk Mother.
Yes.
And you see your father disappears with her to a place where people can atone for their sins.
I drop my sword. It clanks to the floor, and I hug the space where he was. And then I fall to my knees.
You see the two angelic figures next to you put their hands on you and try to comfort you.
Pawpaw,
Here?
I need you to draw up some legal documents for me.
Here?
Yeah.
Here?
I need you to... I don't know what's left of my stump, but I'd like to transfer it to your name.
You see Pawpaw looks at you confused. Here?
And I've also got quite a lot of coin, and I'm going to put it into a little count, and I need you to make sure that that coin finds its way to, youngins and dwarfins, and so they can have a lot of the opportunities that Harwan and I didn't get to have. Okay?
He shakes his head. Here? He points to you and him. Here?
Yes. Pawpaw, you are my best friend, and you are the best part of me. And I am so grateful for the fact that so much of our lives have been braided together. But where I'm going next, after we beat Theala, which we will, you can't come. Okay? So I just need to make sure that you are taken care of, and I need to make sure that you take care of some people, okay?
You see Pawpaw shakes his head and scrambles away.
Now's as good a time as any, so I guess I'll just plane shift into hell.
Okay.
I can't believe you've done this.
So Moonshine, you arrive in the Nine Hells atop this blasted plain, blackened rock and ash beneath your feet, exploding geysers of lava in the distance, black clouds and red sky and fire everywhere. You have arrived near Rust's old compound. You see some old, broken down war machines and such, the twisted iron fence that once protected it. But you also see that it is being renovated. There are imps and strange, devilish necromancers using magic to build a giant keep. It is mostly completed, built of black stone, with pyres of fire lit in the finished towers. And you see Pendergreens with the Hellfire Crown barking orders at his minions.
Build it higher. I need to be able to see every demolition derby across the one hells.
And he's like barking at them and everything, and then he turns and looks at you and goes,
Oh, hey, Moonshine.
I hate Panda Greens.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good.
Good to see you. Hey, why don't you come on in?
Oh, yeah. Show me around. Show me what you're doing with the place.
He brings you into his new throne room. It's all built of black stone. The only other color is the red-orange of the fire. You see that rather than having braziers or torches light the room, both sides of his great hall are just lined with hot coals on which stand walls of fire. He gestures to another chair near his throne, and he plops down, and you see he's got, the Hellfire crown on. You see that it's like melting his helm away that is like part of his head. And you see he puts his hand on sort of the bridge of his nose, or where his nose would be. He's not like corporeal. And he goes,
"Oh, I'm gonna be honest, Moonshine, this crown is taking its toll on me."
Yeah, I know. But again, as I've told you, you're just keeping it warm for me. But I am here because I just need you to hang on for a little bit longer, okay? I need maybe 12 to 14 days.
You see Pendergast nods, and he goes,
I was thinking, with your permission, I'd cast chaos on you another time. It might increase your willpower for whatever sort
I
of
gotta be honest, the threat of just like having my brain explode is helping. That's helping me keep me on the straight and narrow.
It is, right? Yeah, I was
kind of.
thinking it might be helping.
Yeah, because before I met you, Moonshine, back when I was the Dark Lord of Shadowfell, I was
Right.
more conniving and ambitious. Mm-hmm. And the crown is kind of starting to make me feel that way again.
Yeah, I know.
The way my lifespan works is I'm almost like a lich or like a revenant. Mm-hmm. I'm essentially immortal. When I die, I revert back to a tiny piece of myself, like the fragment of my heart that you found in Shadowfell. In that state, my personality is more malleable. I'm essentially being reborn. Well, usually, my heart fragment is held by someone conniving, some villain who uses my power, and I use them, they help me escape, then I betray them, and the cycle continues.
Yeah.
But this time, you picked me up, and you were nice to me for no reason. When you left me here, not only did I not want to betray you, but I didn't want to let you down. I feel the crown changing me.
I know.
But if I don't wear it, then I'm letting you down.
I know. I wish I was not asking this of you, and I promise if I thought there was another way, I would just come down here. And I confess that I do have some selfish desires. I want to tie up some loose ends up there, but I see the world moving on without me, and that's for the best. So I'm seeing it tie itself up. It doesn't really need me to tie up that much more, but I do.
You see,
owe it.
Pendergreens puts his hand on your hand, and he goes,
Moonshine, if you can help me of all people, there are so many people you have left to help. I have thousands of years of penance to pay.
I know, but I don't think that penance is going to be sufficiently paid if you're wearing a crown that absolutely corrupts your soul. And if anyone's going to wear that crown, if anyone can wear that crown, I think I'm the best chance we have. Because I'll be coming down here with a heart full of really good memories. And I think that's going to power me for at least a couple thousand years.
You see, he nods.
And then maybe in 1,000 years, I'll have turned into some terrible, wicked version of myself. And you, Pendergreens, will be up there on the surface, being your best self, and you'll come down and shake me out of it. I don't know how it's all going to play out, but I know that everyone's up there building really nice lives, and they're going to be okay. And I just need to help them with this final task.
Well, Moonshine, if anybody could wear this crown and have it not corrupt them, then I think it would be you. Because I couldn't corrupt you, and I'm pretty convincing.
You made a good. I mean,
I usually get people to take the gem, and then they take the gem, and then I say, "Hey, let me be your dark lord," and they say, "Okay, I'll do that."
yeah, I'll
And
be
you were
honest.
like,
If
"No."
you had been like a super hot tiefling, it would have actually
that
been
what I
way
should've
more
done?
effective.
Interesting.
That's an easier route into
Interesting.
manipulating
Some of
me.
the voices, kind of the collective malice of the one hells is in my head right now, kind of saying like I should make myself look hot, but I think I already look hot. So
Yeah, sure, Pentagreens. Sure.
Hey, look, Pawpaw came and was yapping at me. Had a druid cast speak with animals on him. Mm-hmm. Said you were getting your affairs in order. You got plans, youngin'?
I don't got plans. I got obligations.
See, he nods. Yeah, you're damn right. You got obligations. You got obligations to me. You got obligations to the Crick folk. You got obligations to Beverly. You got obligations to Hardwan. There's a lot of people here look up to you.
Yeah, and I'm doing what I need to do right by them.
All right.
All right.
Well, just know you got friends.
Thank you, Cobb. I appreciate that.
If you ever need anybody to talk to, you come talk to old Cobb.
I might sometime, but I think right now, I don't know that I have it in me to talk. If that's okay.
That's all right. Will this be a bad time for me to invite you to my improv show?
Actually, I think maybe that could be just the thing I need.
Old
Nothing
Cobb,
cheers up a person more than an improv comedy show.
And Moonshine, as you are in this dark place and you can hear Pendergreens, you see a small circle of light, like this red-orange light through which you're hearing Pendergreens. And then you also see the colors of nature. It looks like maybe like Melora's domain, like that sort of in-between world on the material plane. And you also see a little image of the material plane that you recognize as just being the day-to-day. And you see Pawpaw there deep in the distance. And you see him trying to scramble towards you, but no matter how fast he runs, he can't get to you.
So is it essentially I'm like almost like hanging like a puppet in darkness, and then I see these little pins?
Yeah.
Papa, slow down. I told you, you can't follow me.
You see he keeps trying to go. He's in like a bubble trying to get into the darkness to get to you.
Papa, I feel like I've never invoked this privilege before, but stay.
Papa looks at you like, I've never listened to that before, and I'm not going to start to now. And you see he lunges to like break the little like bubble that he's in.
I guess I'm worried because I walk around telling people that death is a natural part of life, and I just think that it is a natural part of life. I think life without death would make lazy and selfish people, and I think that there is a beauty that is gifted to life by the mere existence of death, in the same way that I sometimes wonder if there is a gift to goodness by the fact that there is evil. And so here I am walking around saying it's two sides of the same coin, death and life, and doesn't it feel sort of hypocritical to then outlive them all, telling them all to be okay with their death and then outlive them all?
Mima nods and she looks out in the creek and she goes, you know, that's a lot of people say that's the difference between humans and elves. Elves are off living in their magic cities, and humans, in the short time that they live, end up building their empires, and in a lot of times in their short lives end up doing more than a lot of elves. But it can be different.
How long do half-elves live?
You talking about hard one?
I mean, it's on my mind.
Well, half-elves usually can live to be twice as old as humans. Some live to be 200.
I see, but I feel, look, I made the decision to go through this change because when I was down there and I met the glittering lady and I promised her I would bring dragons to the sky of Bahumia, and it seems like a real complicated thing and one that could take a timeless body's worth of life to figure it out. But how did it feel to lose Maribel? And does losing people, does it ever get easier? Sometimes I wonder if there's a limit to how much heartbreak a heart can go through. And the longer you live your life, the more you're going to experience it. And I guess if I'm being honest, I just don't know what it's going to be like to know Bahumia without Hard-Won Surefoot. And there's a part of me that doesn't want to find out what that feels like.
It doesn't get easier, but there are elves that give in to the melancholy and become distant. That's why you see a lot of wizards up in their towers. But Moonshine, I didn't have you until I was 350 years old. By that time, I had already lost Maribel. And here, now I got you. Now I got another sister. And she puts her arm around you. I have met so many people and forged so many relationships that ain't nobody gonna replace Vance. Ain't nobody gonna replace Maribel. But trees die and new ones sprout up, and
Yeah,
we druids are the gardeners.
we druids are the gardeners.
Yeah. I am the traveler. I have worked with the Alanis of your time, and she has kept my secret. She has many, as all good wizards do. But my time is coming to an end, and I am here to finish my life's work. See, she reaches her hand out. It's time to go, Balnor. You see Balnor looks confused. What do you mean? She takes a deep breath and gestures to the world around you. At this place, at this time when the hope and the inspiration of the world is a literal source of power, I believe I can cast one last powerful wish. To bring you back to your timeline, to your village and your family before the attack. You are strong enough to save them now. You see, Balnor gets a 1,000-yard stare, and he goes, Bubby. And you see he looks extremely happy, but then he looks at you guys, and he looks sad.
It's okay, Balnor. Like all the most powerful things in this world, I knew I was only borrowing you.
Being your knight was the greatest honor.
I think it's time for the knight to go home and be the king.
Drawing that card was the only time I've ever been lucky.
Balnor's a fucking mess. He sobs and he hugs you and he pulls you in.
Hard-Won sort of kicks the dirt and shuffles his feet and tugs on Moonshine's sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Hard-Won.
I just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Moonshine, when I left Iron Deep, I didn't know where I fit in. And then I met you, and you didn't just let me in, you brought me in. And you thought I was good.
You are good.
And I want to keep on living in that world. I want to be a part of the Crick. I just want to live next door to told Cobb I want to learn from Mama. And hell, I want to keep on hanging out with you, so if you'll find me a stump.
Harwan, I would be honored. You know, Melf actually left a stump. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but I would tend to think that fixing things up is your forte.
I saw Melf stump, and I actually thought it was perfect, so let's do it.
Yeah, you saw Melf had a stump right next to Cobb, so you could be neighbors with Cobb and live at the creek.
Wow.
Fixer-upper Decker.
Harwan, I promise you are going to love our lazy afternoons and our rowdy evenings.
I truly can't wait.
I give him a big hug.
I hug her back.